Hello and welcome. I wanted to show a couple of quick notes about quick access inside Google Meet. So I'm already in a Google Meet, but I'm about to join a second Google Meet here just to show where some of the controls are. Once you are in a Google Meet, down here are host controls on this blue shield with a lock. There are a few things that you can control currently, but the one I'm going to talk about is quick access. I can turn it on or off here, and it says when turned off, everyone who isn't invited are asked to join, including people in your organization. I'm about to demonstrate usually what happens when people are struggling with, they turn quick access off and they didn't know how or why. So when you hang up a call, if I click just leave the call, nothing really changes about the meeting. But when I click end the call, and if there were multiple students or attendees in the meeting with me, because I'm the host, this would essentially remove them from the call when I press the button. So it would actually say end the call for everyone. When you do this, it will warn you, but we don't always read these extra pieces of text here. It says quick access was turned off. So if I wanted to renew that quick access or turn it back on, I'd have to somehow get back to that control. I could go back into the Meet. So if I just refresh this page, it'll refresh the link for the Meet. And I could join it. And now when I go to host controls, you'll notice that it has been turned off. I could turn it back on. There is another place that this can be done as well. This time I'm going to end the call and just leave the call. The other place that I can change the quick access settings is in the calendar event itself. So if I were to go back to that same Meet, the recurring event in my calendar, when I click on it, I want to go into edit mode. And just to the right of join with Google Meet button, it has a settings gear icon. I click on that. And right now, the only thing that shows up is the quick access settings. That's something that you can turn on or off for a recurring calendar event. I can turn it off here or turn it back on. Now, if I had turned it off in the Google Meet, I could have come back here to turn it back on. Something that's interesting is I've actually used the same Google Meet code for multiple periods. And that means that whatever I change here for quick access is actually going to be connected to all of my events that use that same Google Meet code. So right now I'm going to turn it off, and it says period 2 Butler. Click save. Click save again. But this time I'm going to go to period 4 Butler and go into edit. And I should see when I click on the settings for this Google Meet that it was turned off, even though I was in period 2, but it's because I had the same Google Meet code. Now that's something that not very many people do. Some people use the same code here. If they just took one Google Meet and duplicated it multiple times, or they copy and pasted to edit this code, so they use the same code for every class. If you have different codes for each class, you would have to make this quick access adjustment on every class separately. Those are just some of the quick notes about quick access. And just as a reminder, what does it mean? What does it do? When it's turned off, the host must join first. So attendees can click to join, but they'll get a prompt saying you have to waiting for the host to join to start the meeting. Only people invited by the host can join without asking. So if I'm on the invitation list for the calendar event, I can join and I don't have to knock or ring a doorbell to get into the Meet. I just come right in. But if I'm not on the attendee list, I have to request entrance and the host has to allow it. The host can deny it as well. And it says everyone else must ask to join, which is still true. People can't join anonymously. So this forces people to log in with their account. And only hosts can dial out of a meeting. So if you want others to be able to dial out of a meeting, other attendees, let's say you're doing a conference with multiple teachers and you want multiple people to be able to dial out to call somebody in, then you would want to leave quick access on, because when it's turned off, only the host could do that. So a lot of people do leave this on. Turning it off does make the meeting a little more secure, where it's more specific to the host and the attendees in a calendar event. And hopefully this will help in sorting out, what does quick access do? How did I turn it off by accident? How do I turn it back on if I need to? And that's all.